Yo, welcome back. We're back sorting the van out. It's finally all tidy. I've sorted out all my Milwaukee gear, and now we've come to the stage of fitting it all back into the van, actually using the proper stealth mounts. So these are 3D printed or molded mounts which fit on all the Milwaukee accessories, Bosch, DeWalt. They do it all, to be fair. Most good power tool brands have some sort of storage system and then all the different accessories, but then Stealth Mounts, they're an individual company who make all of these mounts which are compatible with all the different brands. Let's have a look. Before I show you some of the mounts, I will just add, this video is going to consist of a lot of me going like this and thinking, should I do it this way? Should I do it that way? Should I do it this way? Then I'll read all the comments and I'll change it all anyway. So please comment down below better ways to do this or opinions, because I'm an idiot, and doing stuff like this is really hard to get it exactly the right way. Like, not right currently, I've put that in the old way I had it, but then I've got a problem of this hitting that, so I'll be limited to only a slimline box. But then if I pushed that end box off the wood, then I'd be limited with the amount of space I can put my trolley up against that back wall, and it wouldn't fit. So there's always like a innuendo of which one you want to work the best, and ideally this wants to stay on the wood, so then it's all accessible, and I've still got like the L shape to throw in whatever I want. This is the goodie box I got sent by Stealth Mount, so there's a variety of stuff here. There's a bit of duplicated stuff, but that's great, so you can customize it and have duplicates of stuff like everyone does of their tools. So let's start over here. So we've got the level mounts, so you literally just screw these on and you can clip the levels in. You've got a small version and a bigger version. You've got some of the M18 and M12 mounts just to mount your drills, like slide them on. Dummies, the battery as such, so you can hook it straight in. What else we've got in here? We've got some more level mounts. That's the medium one. We've got the silicon tube holders to hold your CT1 or just any silicon tubes. That's good. Uni mount, that's to mount your uni lights. So, for example, I've got one in my pocket now. Oh god, it's full of screws, look. And earth's leaving. That's it. That's the only downside. These uni lights are that good with the magnets. It just attracts everything out your pocket. But you can use one of those mounts to hold the torches like that. I best not drive over any of them, because yeah, that'll be expensive. With all these battery mounts for everything, I'm still yet to get some M12 gear, but I will be purchasing some of that. The battery mounts, I'm going to be building like a shelf here with an inverter, and I have like a kettle and all my batteries on charge. So those are all going to be mounted up there, so I can grab my batteries out whilst I'm charging them. And then they'll have some of these in the van vault, so they can be stored nice and safe in the van vault as well. Because we've all been there. You get to a Friday, you just throw everything in your van vault and it all rattles around. And then you end up with a van of how you saw it before, not tidy. So we're on to the main product that we're going to be using in this video, which is the Stealth Mounts V2. So these are the latest ones. I need to actually get some more, because I've only got enough to do the one box. But ultimately it's going to be a lot better than it was before with just loads of bungees around it, because I hadn't had time. So the way these work is you screw that down, and then that dummies like the feet as such. So this is like the feet, and then they just slot in. But you don't actually need these. So these are the version 1s of the mounts. We don't need them ones. We need these ones, the version 2, so they can just slot straight in. And I'm going to use 5 on each box. So I'll get set up and I'll show you what I mean. This is just a single stacker slimline one, but it's compatible on every bit of Milwaukee accessories. So what you do is you line these up like so. Literally they just slot in and out, but obviously once it's flipped over, they won't just fly off. And then you may be wondering, well, surely if that's mounted like that and you pull it, or the van turns and it slides out, then it'll go flying. So then what you do is you get another one and you put it the opposite way on the front, so you can see like you got a U shape going one way and U shape going the other way, and then that toggle accessory becomes active. So then when you pull that down, if I show you now, pull that down, that's not catching anymore. So then theoretically I could pull this and it would come out, but obviously I just need to reverse engineer this and put it all onto the wood. But that was just a generic explanation of how it all works. And these are a lot different to the actual Milwaukee bases and a lot cheaper. So the big Milwaukee bases, I believe they're about 60 quid to 100 quid, I think, rough ballpark figure, whereas these are a lot cheaper. Before we come to mounting all that, I need to finalise what I'm actually going to do. So let's go back around there and have a look on what I want to do. But this is what I was talking about. So the Milwaukee box, I want it to line up just on the edge of that wood. I've just thought about this. So all this space here at the front is just wasted. I can't mount anything there. You need it free because this pulls down, and then obviously you need it free to pull the drawers out like so. So that's all wasted space, and they just click back on like that. So what I'm going to do is pull that forward so it's flush on the front of there. People will say now, oh, when that's flush, then you'll have to pull that down and make sure this area is free. Yes, but ultimately, I shouldn't really be piling up loads of rubbish this high to stop that coming down and making my drawers accessible. So I think it's better to pull these forward and have that room there at the back, and then I can put my rods, my levels, anything I want behind there, and it's still accessible. Even screw some stuff to the back of the pack outs. Another downside I've just found out is all these boxes are all full of material, so they're really heavy. So I'm just going to take this one off. Well, I do want it and I don't. I need to take it off, but I need to draw pencil marks on exactly where I want it, because I don't want to hit that. You see how that's overlapping? So I'm limited here of putting that on there. I can only put slimlines ones on. I hate this. Just had a little play with everything and eyed it all up. So this is what I was going for and trying to explain. I don't know why I didn't just do this and then show you. So I brought that forward, lined it all up, and now that looks a lot better. And if anything, it's easier to access because it's closer, and you can naturally just pull the first door open and just reach around and grab everything. And then you've got this space here, which is usable. So there, I can either mount things, or technically I could not mount things, because you've got to think of, if this is heavy and I want to get it out, I want to unclip it and then probably pull it straight out this way. So I probably won't mount anything there, but I could mount things to the boxes themselves, like my little levels and my uni lights and stuff. So that's still accessible, another way of doing it. But we've got this space here, which is now usable rather than being wasted at the front. So we've got the super rods and the level there. I believe that's a 120 centimetre level, and the rods, that's just the bag, so that'll be fine. That fits perfect. So not a bad little space there. Obviously you can lay them flat and then stack some other stuff on there, or if anyone got any other ideas what I can put there, then suggest that below. Or even, to be fair, once I've got this other one on, so that onto there, I can maybe have some storage systems on here that isn't really accessible, but you think you can easily get some pack out on the back of there. So say like your odds and bobs that you never use, you can mount on that wall there. Obviously get a bit of thicker ply so you can screw it straight onto it, or even glue the mounts onto it. A lot of time later and a lot of more head scratching, we've managed to do it. So a bit of everything, got a set square, gone like that, measured where it goes, put it on, drew round it here, as you can see that pencil line, eyed it up, and then when I got to this one here, so I got the one in, then moved on to the second, then I got my level. Let me just move this out of the way and I'll show you. Got my level like so, put that like that, screwed them down. Ideally I could do with a bit of screws that are a little bit longer, but it should be alright for now. And then like I was saying, I haven't got enough, so I'm going to do the 4 corners and then get the 5th one and put that in the middle somewhere around there. So then, to be fair, I think what you can do is get that level, drew a pencil line, eye that up onto that, and then you can just click it straight in, and that's what clicks it in place. It's the next day. That one was all mounted, but I ran out of mounts. I need to get some more, but that one's all mounted and it doesn't move, so that's jobs are good. And then if you want to get it out, it's just pull that up and it slides out like normal. But overall, nice sleek design. Believe it or not, that's all in line. That's all in line how I wanted it. And then really annoying, I clicked on YouTube last night and the first video that popped up was someone using masking tape. They put all the cleats on the back of the Milwaukee pack out and then put masking tape over it and then copied that template over onto their wood in their van, and it just worked a treat. So why didn't I think of that? And I could have saved about an hour of head scratching, but oh well, you live and learn.